Hey guys. Hey Greg. I think we're live and ready to roll, man.
Okay, cool. Hey everyone, thanks for jumping on today's awesome webinar from Badass Media, as I can see. Um, Obviously, we have some pretty cool gentlemen on the webinar with us tonight who are going to teach us some pretty neat stuff. Looks like we have introduced you guys to John and Kyle. The reason that as you guys know, I don't really like pump out much bullcrap, stuff. I don't promote a heck of a lot, but these guys have a pretty cool Facebook traffic system that really can add on to what you're either doing currently or if you're doing nothing at all. This is just an absolute no-brainer. So, you know, uh, make sure you get your pens and your pencils out and get ready to take notes because I do know these guys are going to unleash some mega content on you. They're gonna do about a good hour of just content training, giving you the ins and outs of their presentation. So, if you're gonna sit here for 20 minutes and get a whole bunch of stuff, this is really meant for you to learn. So, but I'm not gonna waste too much time because I want these guys to get started because they have a lot to cover. So, John, Kyle, I will let you guys take the stage, and I'm sure everyone's gonna love what you're about to say. I know um, I was really impressed. So, the stage is yours, my friends.
All right. Thanks, man. Hey John. He said there was two gentlemen.
Cool. Thanks, Greg.
I don't know that he's referring to us as a gentleman. I'm waiting for somebody else to jump on here.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Surprisingly, I still answered. So
Yeah, we have one gentleman. Someone answered.
yeah, we have one gentleman. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Um, can everybody hear me? Okay. I seem to have some audio problems today.
Yeah, I got you, man.
I can hear you, no
Uh,
problem.
Okay, cool. So if I start for whatever reason going out, I just talk, and I hog the microphone, and I won't even know it. So anyway, so somebody types me out. I'm just
Oh, and there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
rolling.
Now
So
you're
Greg
bogging
for
in and out
having
a
us
little bit.
on. We appreciate it. We're pretty excited about these. We don't really do a lot of webinars every now and then, and it seems like we do a couple more here and there than we used to. But we typically do them for friends and people that ask us to come on, and we enjoy doing them. Kyle and I have a lot of fun, so I think hopefully you guys will enjoy this and have a good time with us. We're going to talk about Facebook. We're going to talk about how to make money and basically get a lot of free traffic. So we're going to talk about free traffic, which everybody wants to talk about. And so we're going to get into that a little bit and hopefully have a pretty good time. Now, one thing I'll tell you about our webinars, when Kyle and I do webinars, we basically, our webinar is kind of a 97% content type of thing, and then a little bit of on how you can work with us. It's not really a big deal. So we'll kind of get into it a little bit, but not a lot of content. It's going to be really good stuff, and I
Hey,
think you'll get a lot out of
hey
it.
Juan, I'm going to
And
interrupt you here.
if you don't, the price is right.
Hey Juan.
So
Hey Juan. John Tar,
yeah,
please. Paging John Tar. Hey, you are
yo,
your thing is going a little cray cray. Um, so you may have to call in,
okay,
and I may have to do this for a little bit.
yeah. Well, let me call in, and then so just give me 2 seconds, and
I can't.
I
You
will
won't even
call
let
in
me.
from the bat phone.
You won't even let me continue without you. See, guys, that he won't even
Well, you
like give
can.
up the microphone and let me do a little of the presentation while he's dialing in here.
We got a system, man. We don't want to mess up the system, you know?
Oh man.
So, like, hey, I've seen quarterbacks go down. I see what happens, right? Drew Bledsoe, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
There's no
Right.
way I'm giving up the job over here. That's not going to
Yeah, you don't want
happen.
Mo
So,
Lewis hitting you.
Right.
yeah, exactly, man. I'm not getting a job. I'm staying on the field.
Uh,
Okay. So please hold. Kyle, this is your opportunity, man.
all right.
Your
Well,
time to shine.
I'll definitely talk. Clearly, I can't talk about what's going on in the webinar. Um, because John will have to give up a portion of his talking. Now, I will say John loves to talk, and he had a radio show in the past, and he's good at it. Uh, and I normally only get to talk when he has to take a breath or get a drink, and so it's a bit of a surprise and benefit that I'm actually able to talk. for any amount of time while he's not on here. In fact, we always joke about him going through SUDS training, the like SEAL underwater demolition, the whatever, going through Navy SEAL training just so he could learn how to hold his breath so he could last longer while talking. So I'd have even less to talk about. But anyway, I see he's back on here. So John, don't worry, I didn't take any piece of your content there. So it's all yours to continue where you left off.
Good. Can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you loud and clear.
Okay, cool. So I am on a cell phone, so if I cut out, I will call back. You can count on it.
All right.
Yeah, so, all right, so here's what we're going to cover, guys and gals. What we're going to talk about today, we'll tell you a little bit about us, not a lot, but we'll give you some background on who we are, and we'll tell you a little bit about what we do. Most importantly, we're going to tell you how it applies to you and what you can take from this in your own business and apply it, or if you don't have a business, what you need to know in order to get your online business going. We'll tell you a little bit about our program and what we have going on at Badass Media. We'll explain and show you case studies on how we profit, make thousands of dollars a day on Facebook, because that's kind of what we do. And then we'll show you how you can work with us and get us to pay for your traffic. Pretty easy in a nutshell. So one thing about Kyle and I, we've been in a lot of different businesses, both online and offline. So we're going to share some things that we've learned and learned the hard way, I might add, with you tonight. And we'll show you, kind of what you need to know on a 10,000-foot view level if you want to have a successful online business. We're going to kind of take all the intimidation out of the traffic game and the guessing game for you. And this is, guys always beat up the gurus, right? That's like the marketing pitch. We're going to show you what the gurus don't tell you. We really are going to share a lot of things that they don't tell you. And I wish to God someone would have told us this when we started out in online marketing. Would have saved us a hell of a lot of money, Kyle.
Right? And time and stress, yeah.
Yeah, and I know all those guys, and I'm friends with a lot of the guys, and Kyle and I sort of are traffic guys to a lot of gurus, and damn, somebody put this in your stuff because it would have saved us some money. So you guys are going to get it for free. One thing that we're going to take you through, too, is we're going to take you through some actual campaigns that we run as affiliates. We'll take you through those things. Kyle's going to show you step-by-step how to set up a paid traffic campaign on Facebook tonight. And we're going to give you this awesome ninja Facebook trick that we use to make money on Facebook ads. Hardly anyone does this. And Kyle, we spend a lot of money. We'll get into that. So some of these things we kind of find out because we're spending so much money on traffic, and we share them with our group, and Kyle's going to share this trick with you. And that comes on at the end. So you want to make sure to stay around for that because it's pretty powerful. So tell you a little bit about us. We own a company called Badass Media. I'm John Tarr. This is my partner, Kyle Bell. And as you've already heard from Kyle, but Kyle, say hi.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Word. So don't start muting yourself already. I might give you a little bit more FaceTime this time around.
I have that cold that I'm still getting over, so sometimes I got to cough. So I got to be able to hit the cough button, dude.
Yeah, right on. So, yeah, okay, well, just, be ready for your opportunity. So I'm going to say, be ready to get on the field.
Got it.
You never know. Run every route, Kyle. Run every route like it was your last.
Got it.
Yeah, so basically one of the things that Kyle and I do in the last 12 months in our companies, we've spent over $10 million running paid traffic campaigns. So we spend a lot of money running paid traffic, and all of our traffic is paid traffic. We don't do SEO. We don't do a lot of that kind of stuff. So just so you guys know, the campaigns that we do will generate over $1 million in profit this month, February 2014, just so you understand. We have 3 divisions to our business. How we started in our first division is our media buying division. And what we did is, you guys probably are familiar with ClickBank. We are the guys behind a lot of the top products on ClickBank. So typically, if it's a high converting product, it's because Kyle and I were running traffic for the product owner. And that's how we started out, is buying all the traffic for different ClickBank offers and other offers for people in the info marketing niche. We recently sold that business and licensed it to people that were students of ours so that we could concentrate on our second business, which is our favorite, which is affiliate CPA traffic. That's by far the favorite thing we do. We run a lot of affiliate offers, and that's the bulk of that $10 million is spent on affiliate CPA traffic on Facebook. So we have a lot of knowledge there. And the third thing we do, we have a coaching and a mastermind program that people participate in. We'll talk a little bit about that later, but it's not too important to you right now, because what you don't care about, and we know this, you don't really give a damn about Kyle and I. And when Kyle and I started, I used to go to all these different conferences, and the guy'd show his Bentley and his house and his hot wife, and I didn't give a damn, right? I needed to know, well, what's this stuff have to do with me, and how can I make money, right? I mean, how can I make money? I'm broke, and I need to make some money, and so tell me what I can do with what you're showing me. And so that's what we're here to do tonight. We're going to explain how it is that what we do can help you do what you do better, and most importantly, make more money by doing that. So, Kyle, you have anything to add to that about how great we are?
No, I don't. I could probably throw my mom on here. She's probably got some good things to say about me.
Yeah, you would get testimonials from Kyle's mother and my mother at the end of the presentation. So be looking for those. Be looking for those. Yeah, did you get that picture of your Bentley, or are we going to wait till next webinar to implement that?
Got no Bentley here, bro.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So I used to kid Kyle that Kyle has 3 children, 1 child on the way, and I said he'd be the only guy with a Bentley and like 2 car seats in the back and McDonald's fries down in the seat and the whole deal.
That's true.
So,
there is McDonald's fries all over everything. Somehow they're everywhere.
Living the dream. I love the internet marketing dream and the Bentleys and things. I literally just got showered for this webinar, so I'm pretty excited. So it's like the glory of internet marketing, right?
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, behind the scenes, exactly how internet marketing rolls, where you shower at 5 o'clock Mountain Time. So, okay, who are you? Well, more than likely, if you're on this webinar, you have an online business or you want to start an online business. Now, there's a very real possibility that you have an online, or excuse me, an offline business that you want to drive online traffic to, and that's cool too. This is still the webinar for you. So that you're at the right place. And it doesn't really matter if you're seasoned or just starting out. So either way, whether you've got an online business or you don't have an online business, it doesn't make any difference, because the number one thing that you need, whether you've got a bakery, a tanning bed salon, an online business, it doesn't matter. What matters is you need customers and sales and money. The end. That's it. Everything starts and stops with that right there. And my dad, who used to own car dealerships, he had this poster that sat right above his office, and it said, nothing happens until somebody sells something, and then down in parentheses it said, so go sell something. And that was his answer to everything, every time I wanted to bitch at him. He's like, he just pointed the sign. He'd be like, go sell something. Get out of my office. So that's what Kyle and I are talking about today. Breath, Kyle. Breath. Go ahead and get in there.
Yeah, well, I never met your dad. I would have liked to meet your dad. But yeah, seriously, if you guys don't have sales, whether you're an affiliate or for your own product, I'm not exactly sure what you would be doing. I'm pretty sure every business out there, in every business model, you need to be able to sell something or generate revenue somehow. So if you don't have that, and we've got some great strategies if you're looking to spend all your money and not actually make anything, because we've been down that road before. But if you're trying to actually make money, you're going to actually have to be able to sell something and make some money. So.
Yes, although Kyle and I could teach a big money to small money training, that is not tonight's webinar.
Quickest way to set money on fire.
Yeah. Module 3, how to set money on fire with paid traffic.
Yep.
So, and we talked about this. And so when you get in this webinar, and this is something I want to tell you guys, And the reason I brought that up, and Kyle and I actually had this conversation today that I'm just bringing up right now, because when we do our webbies, we're just having fun and we're real. And we were talking about all these people that we deal with on a daily basis who are in different mastermind groups and different groups that we're in, and they just all worry about all this shit that doesn't matter. Websites, business cards, all this stuff. It doesn't matter. If you don't have any sales, you don't have a business. The end. Fill your funnel up and worry about everything else later. And so that's the moral I want you to take from this. And on this training, this is going to be like the most simple training you've ever seen, and I think it's very, very powerful. So don't think that simplistic cannot be powerful, because it really is. So with that being said, Kyle and I, it took us a long time to figure out the online business. And most people have not heard of us. A lot of people have heard of us, but bottom line is we bought everything. I mean, my God, I started with Frank Kern's Mass Control. I bought everything Frank would sell. If Frank had a rummage sale, I'd be at his house buying shit, because that's just the way it is. It didn't matter what it was. I was buying it. Kyle was buying it. We were sharing it. We have students in our training now. We bought all their stuff. I mean, we just bought info stuff because we were trying to figure it out, and we couldn't really figure it out. We didn't have a clue. And we set lots of money on fire. And then we finally figured out this formula that we're going to share with you tonight. And that's what literally changed our lives, from not having any money to having more money than we could possibly spend on a daily basis. I mean, it's like literally every day we look in the account and there's more money there. And I don't say that to be arrogant, because I know exactly what it's like to look in that account and have it be the other way. I say that to you because I want you to understand it's this formula that we're going to show you for free tonight that literally changed our lives and made what is happening today possible. So understand that. And then we were talking and we're like, this is the easiest thing in the world. Like, how the hell did it take us this long to figure it out? Because this is simple. Like, they didn't teach us this in business class, for sure. So keep in mind that it's simple. You can do it. You can start utilizing it today, tonight in your business. And for us, it's what we feel is the most important thing, and really the only thing that matters. Everything else comes out after this. So as I always say, you go to the dentist and you're sitting in the dentist chair and the dentist is fixing your teeth, and he'll tell you, well, you got to take care of your teeth, because if you don't, your heart goes bad, and then this happens, because he's a dentist. And to him, all that matters is teeth. That's what he deals with. You go to the optometrist. All that matters to them is your eyes. You go to the psychologist, and it's all, your mind and things like that. Well, to us, this is the only thing that matters, and throw everything else out, because nothing is as important as this. So, Kyle?
No, I want to go back to a couple seconds ago. I know you didn't take a breath back then. But I'll talk about, John was talking about a lot of people focus on things that don't make them money. I'm sure every one of you guys on this webinar knows some people with a very fancy website, some super awesome business cards, but there's no business. They got no sales. They got no actual business set up there to actually make money. So again, a lot of what we're going to talk about is focusing on things that make you money, which is what you should really pay attention to, which leads us into the offers that John's talking about now. So continue on, Juan. I just wanted to focus on
right. That. Cool. And so, here's a great example. So most people are going to show you how to make money online. They're going to give you a book or a video. And a great example of that's Frank Kern's Mass Control. That's the first product I ever bought. I absolutely love Frank Kern. I was in his mastermind. I paid Frank a lot of money, and I think he's a brilliant genius, because he is. So, but, they're giving you these videos and these tapes. And here's the problem with that. The problem with that is the telephone game. So have you guys ever played the telephone game where you get on the phone and you say something to somebody, and then it goes to the next person, and the next thing you know, you're 15 people deep and the message is completely different. It's muddled. Nobody knows what the hell's going on. It's completely different because things get lost in translation. And when Frank Kern was talking about mass control, Frank Kern knew something about mass control. John Tarr didn't know anything. I didn't know what the hell the difference between a squeeze page and a sales letter was at that time. So things kind of get lost in translation, and that's what happens in these products a lot of times. So what Kyle and I have done, and I'm giving you a little tease into our world, we've literally created the first ever done-for-you affiliate program. So we've kind of turned the online world upside down because we know that you don't know what we know. And you're not going to know what we know in this phone call or 8 other phone calls, right? You're just not going to know that because we've been doing it for a long time and we spend a lot of money and we're really not that bright. That's the good news, that you guys can probably end up learning what we do. We just spend a lot of money on advertising, and that's how you get pretty good at this stuff is you actually do it. So we're going to get into the content here in just a second, but I just want to throw it out there because what we do is we literally give our people the offers, the landers, and we pay you the money to run traffic. There's a reason I'm telling you this now, okay? Because we're going to tell you, we're going to give you like the cake, and we're even going to mix the cake for you. We're going to give you all the ingredients, and then we're going to say stick in the oven at 450 for 10 minutes and take it out. The end. Now, you're going to ask yourself, why is he giving me the pitch right now? What's he talking about? And why am I on this webinar? Because that's probably what's coming up. And here is the reason. The reason is when I give you the formula that we know, you're going to understand what I'm talking about and why we can do what we can do. So why would I make such an offer like that where we're going to pay for your traffic? Why would I actually give you the campaigns? Well, there's a reason. So let's get into this a little bit. What is affiliate marketing? For those of you that don't know, those of you that might know, whatever, affiliate marketing is basically promoting someone else's product for a commission. That's what it is. The end, okay? And it's my favorite way to do business because, you know, as Kyle, tell him why it's our favorite way to do business. Why do we love affiliate marketing?
The reasons I love affiliate marketing, John, thanks for throwing up that softball because this is an easy one for me to answer. I got no employees, no customer service, no products, no inventory, no warehousing, no customer service. Did I already say that? No employees. I could go over the list over and over again. I don't have to try and come up with crazy VSLs. I don't have to spend a gajillion dollars on ad copy, on VSL copy or text sales page copy. I don't have any of those things to worry about. I just put up an ad and make a sale and get paid. That's it.
Exactly. And did you get that email from our merchant account today? No, because we don't have a merchant account, right? Because you don't need a merchant account when you run somebody else's offer. So, no, there was no email. There wasn't a lot of managing in the day-to-day business because you don't have to mess with that. And that's the cool thing about affiliate marketing is you can basically leverage someone else's outstanding offer to make profits. Now, here's the untold secret of internet marketing. I'm going to blow the lid off of the myth that is this internet marketing thing. Dan Kennedy, info marketing god, says it's the offer stupid, okay? So if you have a conversion problem, Dan says it's the offer stupid. They don't want what you've got to sell. What they don't tell you, the gurus that is, and not because they're trying to hide something from you, I mean, they're not trying to do that, but they don't tell you how effing hard it is to get a good offer that will actually convert. They don't tell you that the copywriter will cost you $50,000 to write that copy. They don't tell you all the testing that goes into dialing that offer in. They don't tell you that because to them it's easy because they know. And so like for Kyle and I, it's easier today for us to dial in a good offer than it would be for you just starting out. And so they'll tell you, well, go write copy. Well, guess what? Your copy is going to suck. And then you're going to spend a ton of money and set it on fire because your offer sucks. And so the thing to understand about affiliate marketing is you can take somebody else's cool product and cool, awesome converting offer and leverage that and literally make thousands of dollars per day running these offers without any employees, without customer service, without merchant accounts. You don't have to write copy. You don't have to do any of that stuff. And so that's basically what we're talking about here, and that's why we love affiliate marketing. Kyle, what happens when we have a great offer and then it burns out? What do?
We just go to the next person's great offer. We don't have to come up with another one. We just go find the next one out there. We don't got to make it.
Yeah, exactly. So that's exactly what's going on there, and that's what we do. So here, let's talk about CPA traffic and what it is and this type of thing. So CPA traffic basically stands for cost per action. It's a type of affiliate marketing. And an action can be an email opt-in, it can be a sale, it can be all kinds of stuff. It just depends. Whatever that product owner wants to get done, he'll pay to get done. So he might say, hey, I'm going to pay you for a credit card submit, or I'm going to pay you for an email submit. It can be all kinds of things. So you get paid different amounts depending on the action. Kyle and I run most of our traffic CPA. So what we do is we've combined CPA affiliate offers and paid traffic to explode our numbers. We absolutely have combined these two things. And most of our traffic comes from Facebook. When we were running products back in the day, we would do about 60% of our traffic to paid ad networks, and we would run about 40% of our traffic to Facebook. Now, it's probably 80% of our traffic to Facebook, 20% of our traffic from other types of things. Kyle, how much money did we spend of that $10 million in 2013? How much did we spend on Google?
Let me see. I'd have to add that up. So we got this. $0.
Zero. Is that 0.0 or
0.00, which
okay.
Also is the same amount we spent on the Bing network.
Yes, 0.00 on Bing.
Correct.
Yes, awesome. Yeah, and how much of that traffic did we generate with JVs from our Garcinia offers?
How much did we generate from JVs?
On our Garcinia offers.
I don't know, a lot.
No, 0.0 on the Garcinia stuff.
How much revenue we generate from Garcinia? What are you asking me over here? You're asking me tricky questions.
You're messing up my stick over here.
Well, I don't. You're asking me tricky questions, guys. This is live for the record.
Basically, yes. Here's the deal, guys. We generate most of our traffic on Facebook, so everything we do is kind of PPC. We don't do a lot of JVs.
Oh, that's what you're asking. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were asking how much.
Our own offer.
Yes.
But we don't do it for the stuff that we sell, and we don't do any SEO. I can barely even spell SEO. So, which is true, by the way. We are totally not smart enough to do SEO. But so now what happens, and what we're going to talk about, the formula that we have, we didn't create this formula, it just is what it is, but we call it the abundance equation. And it's how we have more than enough money every day. So Kyle and I know when we get up in the morning exactly how much revenue we're going to generate that day. So if we need $10,000 in profit that day to live, like, because Kyle, guy's having 100 kids over there. Maybe one of them needs some shoes or something like that. So we just bump up what we're doing. And I'm going to show you how we do that. Maybe one day we decide, hey, it's time to get a new house. We need to make more money, or we're going to bring on an employee and we're going to have expense. That doesn't happen. But if it were, we could totally predict what we're going to do, and it's called the abundance equation, and that's why we love online marketing. So let's talk about paid traffic for a second. What do I mean by paid traffic? And this is all going to come together. So one of these things, it's like Mr. Miyagi here, waxing on, we're waxing off, but then all at the end, we're going to pull it together for you so you understand our business and our model. So when I say paid traffic, I mean any ad that you place and actually pay for. So you're going to pay for this ad. So banners, PPC, email drops, anything like that is considered paid traffic. SEOs, JVs, and that type of traffic would not be considered paid traffic, okay? So that's what we mean by paid traffic. Now, let's talk about why paid traffic. One, it's predictable, okay? Paid traffic is predictable. It's scalable, meaning you can do one sale or you can do 1,000 sales. You kind of get to pick. That's the really cool thing about it. And finally, it's abundant. So I can get more than enough traffic and more than enough income. So let's touch real quick on predictable. SEO is not predictable. One day you've got the top search ranking, The next day, Google changes their algorithm, and you're out, and all your traffic goes away. And that's not a business. That's a wing and a prayer. That's a shot in the dark. It's not a business. Paid traffic is a business. And when businesses are looking to buy your business, they won't buy businesses that are SEO based because it's not predictable. But they will buy businesses that are PPC and paid traffic based because it's very scalable. Let's talk about more than enough traffic. I just told you that we spent $10 million last year in traffic, and we did not spend $1 on Google. We did not spend $1 on Bing. There is more traffic than you can possibly get out there. You can't afford or buy all the traffic that's out there. And the example I typically use is there is an adult network out there called ExoClick. I'm not here to pimp ExoClick, no pun intended, adult network. But what I want you to understand is on this network, there are 8.1 billion impressions a day. That's a day. You literally don't have enough money to buy all the traffic that's out there. So you never have to worry about there being a money shortage or a traffic shortage because there's this myth. And people will say, I can't get enough traffic. And that's just, quite frankly, it's bullshit. It's because they don't know what we know, and we're going to explain what we know, and we're going to show you how to get more free traffic than you could ever want. And that's what we're getting into now. So there's more clicks and people online that you can get to, and so you can make all the money you need. So we're going to shatter that myth right now that there's not enough traffic out there. So, and if you are thinking, I can't get traffic to my webpage, then this is the webinar for you. Because, Kyle, they're missing these numbers if they can't get traffic, correct?
Yep.
The ones we're going to share with them?
Yep. Simple
Is there
math.
anything else to it?
Nope. Thankfully. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be able to figure it out, probably.
Yes, exactly. So, and there's a reason that we're doing the webinar like this. And Kyle's going to show you some paid traffic Facebook ads, but it doesn't matter what he shows you if you don't understand these basics. And that's why we're getting into it, because we want you to know this. So people come to us all the time and they want to know, how do I scale paid traffic? So if you remember, I was telling you that a light bulb went off for Kyle and I. And that light bulb went off for me because I was working at ID Incubator with Ryan Dykes. I have been in the online world for a little bit, but I can never make any money. And I don't know that I learned this formula from Ryan and those guys, but running traffic helped me to develop this and to learn what I need to know. So some of the things that I'm going to tell you, I certainly picked up from him. But this light bulb went off for me when I was working there. And here is the deal. Kevin O'Leary, how many people have seen Shark Tank, have seen the show Shark Tank? Or I think it's Dragon's Den overseas. So just type yes if you've seen that. Type it in your chat box. Anyone? Anyone?
Yep. We're getting yeses.
Okay, cool. So there's a guy on Shark Tank, one of the sharks, and his name's Kevin O'Leary. He actually just spoke at Dice's Digital Marketing Traffic and Conversion Summit. And I didn't get to see him speak, but he's my favorite shark, Mr. Wonderful. And here's what he always asks. So you get these entrepreneurs, and they're coming on Shark Tank, and here's what the sharks know that you don't know. And we're going to teach you this tonight, so you'll never need one of the sharks, okay? Kyle, these guys come on. They talk about what a great product they have. They're saving humanity. They make it in the United States. You know, it's all organic, whatever the hell they're talking about. And what does Mr. Wonderful always ask?
What are your sales?
What are your sales? He doesn't give a damn about anything other than that. What are your sales? And if they know their sales, which they typically don't, they will say, then he'll say, what's it cost you to get a sale? How much is a customer worth to you? These are questions that he asks. Most of them don't know it. And so, we'll get into this in a second. But so the online business, these are writer downers, by the way. The whole reason you came to this webinar and you didn't know it was to know what I'm going to tell you right now. So write this stuff down. That in an online business, you need to know 3 numbers and 3 numbers only. And by the way, this is in all business. So don't be afraid if you've got an offline business. This still applies to you. So don't shut your computer down. But here's what you need to know. How much is your front-end customer worth? So what's your sale amount, your front-end sale amount? I'm going to give you an example of each one of these from real-life campaigns, so don't fret. This is not theory. We want to know how much is the lifetime value of that customer to you. And finally, we want to know how much it costs us on average to get a customer, okay? On average, what does it cost us? Now, here's my favorite. When I say on average, what does it cost you? Here's what I always get from people that want to consult with Kyle and I, which we don't even do anymore, by the way. Used to, we would consult with people, and we charged them a hell of a lot of money, and nobody ever knew their numbers. And they would always say, well, my numbers vary. Yeah, well, you know, that's why it's called an average, guys, gals. Yes, your numbers vary. So, Kyle, how many people that we sat down with to consult or clients in our media buy business actually knew these numbers?
Let me see. So we had this guy, zero.
Yes, 0.0.
Nobody knows
People
these.
knew these numbers.
And these are big
No,
guys.
they don't.
Top products on ClickBank. No clue.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if we name the products, you would know the products, and you wouldn't believe that these guys don't know their numbers, but they don't. And so what we're going to show you tonight is going to put you ahead of 90% of the people in business. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a couple things. Your numbers don't vary. That's why they call it an average, so I don't want to hear it. Your business is not different, okay? It's not. I don't care what you do. It's not different. And it doesn't matter what you sell, okay? We always say, well, I sell big ticket stuff, so it doesn't apply to me. Or, oh, I sell little ticket stuff. It doesn't apply to me. I'm a psychologist. It doesn't apply to me. It doesn't matter what you do. These numbers apply to you. Period. The end of story. So stop it. Don't tell us that they don't. Okay? You have anything to add to that, Kyle? You want to put anybody on blast here?
Average is average for a reason. There's a mathematical equation that takes in all the it depenses and makes one number.
But just today, I had a phone call with a friend of mine who's in this business and a really cool cat. And he said, John, I need to ask you a question. I'm stuck, blah, blah, blah. And because I'm his friend, I helped him. And when I say helped him, I tried. And I said, what are your numbers on this? And he said, well, I said, what's it cost you to get a customer? And he said, well, it depends. No, it doesn't depend. It's an average. So literally, it's totally an average. So understand this. So let's pretend now that everyone understands these three things that we have to know. We're going to pretend in this perfect place that everyone gets it. So what are the numbers? We understand what we need to track. So now it's how do I play that game? I know the metrics, so how do I play the game? How do I make money with online paid traffic? So I just explained to you the rules of basketball. You get 2 points for a layup, you get 3 points for anything beyond 20 feet, and you get 1 point for a free throw. Now you know the game. So now how do I play it? Okay, how can I be better than everybody else? So my question is, who wants unlimited free traffic? Who would like that? Type yes into the chat box if you want unlimited free traffic, please. And thank you. Does anyone want free traffic out there, Kyle?
Yeah. Can you not read?
Okay. Well, I'm not looking in the box, dude.
Okay.
I mean, I want you to get involved somehow, you know. I'm passing you a ball. I'm trying to get you warmed up. You might have to take a shot here or there. I just want you to be in the game.
I was just checking.
Mix it up a little.
I was just checking, just making sure you were reading.
Yeah, just mixing it up a little bit. So, all right. There's a simple formula that Kyle and I are going to reveal. I love that word, reveal, right?
Yeah.
So, reveal. We're going to reveal what we call the abundance equation. And here's the abundance equation. We're going to do a little fifth grade math with a real life example. So Kyle and I, everybody always asks us, what's your secret sauce? How do you guys do what you do? You guys explode traffic, you explode offers, you guys are killing it. What's your secret sauce? And we're like, our secret sauce is fifth grade math, literally. So this is it. If you came looking for more than this, you may be in the wrong place. All right, so let's say we're going to sell a trial product of Garcinia Cambogia. And let's say that the product owner is going to pay us $38 per sale. So we're going to get paid $38 every time someone enters their credit card for a trial. So they pay like $4.95 and we get $38. How do they do that? That's a show for another time, but let's just do the math right now. So then there's an upsell that also has a $38 payout to us. Okay? Kyle, we all on the same page there?
So far, so good.
All right.
You got the right
So-
presentation up, which is nice.
Yes. I've done the wrong presentation before. That has happened. Yes. True. So now we're going to assume a couple of things here. So bear with me. One, we're going to assume that this thing is going to convert at a 3% conversion rate. Meaning, all right, quite frankly, in my Indiana math, that out of every 100 clicks we get, 3 people are going to buy that first sale. So 3 people are going to buy that $38. Then the second product we're going to say is going to convert at a 50% take rate, meaning that if we get 200 clicks, that means 6 people are going to buy the first product and 3 people are going to buy the second product. That's a 50% take rate. And these are actual numbers from one of our campaigns. They're actually, it was a little higher than 50%, but I took it down to 50% so the math would be a little easier for Kyle and I. So, and there's a story behind that too. So we're assuming that we're going to pay 40 cents a click, and we're going to send 2,000 clicks. Everybody's following me so far, right?
So far, so good, dude.
Yes. Okay. So 5th grade math continued. At 40 cents a click times 2,000 clicks, I'm going to spend $800 on this advertising campaign. If I have 2,000 clicks and I get 3% conversions, that means I'm going to have 60 conversions. So I'm going to have 60 sales. And of those 60 sales, I'm making $57 per sale. Now, I'm going to get into that in a second. I know this is complicated. $57 brings it to $3,420 in revenue. I don't even know if I spelled revenue right. I don't think it doesn't look right.
No, that's right.
But it doesn't have a little
don't worry.
red line under
You
it.
spell lots of things wrong, and everybody points them out on all the webinars. So we'll get to those here in a minute. But
yeah, people tell me I can't spell, but I can count.
yeah,
So,
well, this ain't English class.
That's right. That's the good news. Whenever I go to the bank, I can count.
Yeah, you want English? Go to college.
That's right. Well, don't go to Ball State.
Right.
So, yeah. Okay. So, back to the 3 things. So, what is our average sale worth up front? That's the one thing we want to know, right? Well, it's worth $38 plus 50% take rate on the second sale. So 50% of another $38 is $19, and that brings us to $57, if my math is correct. And so to get that number, and you can write this down, you're going to take your total revenue divided by your conversions, by how many sales you have. That's how you get what your front-end sale is worth, which is one of the big 3 numbers you need to know. All right, so what is your lifetime customer value? For this product, it's only $57 because we're an affiliate and we're not selling them anything else, all right? We're not selling them anything else because we're not building a list. We're not the product owner, so it's not like we're going to sell them Garcinia and then we're going to go back and sell them raspberry ketones or anything like that. We're at $57, so we know our lifetime customer value is $57. And number 3, what does it cost to acquire the customer? To figure this, you're going to take the total ad spend divided by the sales. So $800 was our total ad spend. We had 60 sales. So it cost us $13.30 to acquire a customer. Everybody with me so far? Type yes in the chat box. Yes.
Yes. Getting some yeses.
Yes or yes? Okay. So here's our business in a nutshell, Kevin O'Leary. Our average client is worth $57. It cost us $13.30 to acquire that customer, and our only overhead is what it costs to acquire the customer. The product owner pays for everything else. He handles the customer service, the fulfillment, any of the merchant account costs, any of that kind of stuff. This is what we make. Do you think Kevin would invest in our business? Hell yes. Okay, why? Because not only do we know our numbers and it's profitable, but we know the formulas. Okay, we know the formulas. We understand how to get those numbers. And so money is abundant if you know these numbers. So if you're on this webinar and you're broke, don't sweat it. It's cool, okay? Because being broke is all right. Because once you know these numbers, you basically have turned your life around, because everybody will invest in you when you can make money. Where guys don't want to invest, guys like Kevin, guys like Kyle and I, if you don't know these numbers, we don't want to go down that journey with you, okay? We don't want to turn a big pile of money into a small pile of money with you. We've done that on our own. We don't need you to do that, right? What we need you for is to know these numbers. So when you get in business as an entrepreneur, if you're in business today and you know these three numbers, you can literally explode your business. All right, everybody on pace with me so far?
So far, so good.
All right, so let's get back to paid traffic real quick. In the online world, there are two very important metrics when running paid traffic on the internet. One is your earnings per click, or EPC. And in order to get this formula equation, you're going to take the number of your revenue divided by the number of clicks. Revenue divided by the number of clicks. All right, that's your earnings per click. And I know this is basic, but follow me here. And if it's not basic for you, that's cool. It wasn't basic for me at one time either. So the second thing is you need to know your cost per click, which is quite simply how much a click costs you. Intense. This is intense. It's getting real. All right, so let's figure some stuff. If you remember, we made $3,420 in revenue. We had 2,000 clicks. Our total earnings per click is $1.71. That means that every time someone clicked on our ad, whether they bought or not, when you break it down in this equation, I made $1.71. What did that click cost me, Kyle?
I'm going to say it cost you $1.71.
No. I made $1.71.
Oh.
Man, you were off tonight. Are you drinking?
No, I was trying to answer a question.
Kyle doesn't drink, by the way, for those of you at home.
Go
Our
ahead.
cost per click was 40 cents, right, Kyle?
Yes, 40 cents. Cost
Okay,
per click.
so
easy money. It says so right there in your slide.
Okay, so yeah, exactly. It said right there in the slide. Take note of that, by the way. Okay, so anyway, good times. You can also apply to be my partner at the end of this. I'll be looking. I am searching. Okay.
Oh man! Wow.
Yes, totally kidding. So, Kyle, let me give you another shot, okay?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not answering questions right now, so go ahead.
All right. So if I make $1.71 every time someone clicks on my ad, and I spend 40 cents, how much does that click cost me?
Nothing. I made money.
You actually make $1.31 every time someone clicks on your ad. So you're making money. You're making money, everybody. So now the $2 million question, Kyle, is if you make $1.31 on every click, how many clicks do you want?
Well, I want as many as I can find, as many as I can get.
Yes. You want as many clicks as you can get. So if you're on this webinar, the trick to getting unlimited free traffic is to know those three numbers. Because once you make more than you spend, it's free. You actually make money. And that's the thing all these top guys know, and how they recycle money, et cetera, et cetera. So that is the whole trick, is knowing those three numbers. And that's what no one knows. So when you know those, you win. So let's talk about CPA stuff real quick. And we're going to start getting into the nuts and bolts. I'm going to tell you about our offer, and then Kyle's going to show you how to set up Facebook campaigns and share with you that ninja Facebook trick that we have. Plus, you're going to hear from a couple of people that are working with us now. So if you're running CPA traffic, you need the following to be successful. You need traffic. Check. We've just gone through traffic, basically, and how to get it. You need a path. So you need a landing page, et cetera, et cetera. We have those. You need an offer. You need to have something to sell. And you might not know where to begin on that. So, that could be a problem for you. And then you need money to scale traffic. So our model basically is to put $1 in and get $2 out, which is awesome. But if you only have $100, yes, you're going to make $200, but you're going to be out of money. And so you need money to scale that traffic. And so what Kyle and I have done, we basically give you the offer. We say, hey, here's the offer. We give you the landing page and the ads to run and the copy for the ads, okay, everything. And then we pay for your traffic. Then we say, okay, cool, now we've given you everything. Now let us pay for your traffic so you can scale it up. And so we've already tested the offers, the landers. We know they're profitable. We've done all of this stuff, okay? And like I say, our model is $2 in revenue for every dollar of ad spend. That's our model. So basically for you, it doesn't really matter if you're new at this or not. It doesn't make any difference because we basically do everything for you. It's done for you. And so all you need to do is take what we teach and implement it, and then you go make money on our money, okay? You know it works if we're spending our money, right? Otherwise, why would we do it? So that's kind of confidence, and it's literally cut and paste. So, Kyle, let's talk a little bit about why we do this and the offer that's too good to be true, because everyone's always talking about our offer, and it's too good to be true, and they ask us why. And so here's the thing. This offer was created for a couple of different reasons. Kyle and I started a training program, and what we found is people would come in and we'd show them exactly what we did, and they still wouldn't take action. And so we said, you know what? We're in the limiting belief business. People really don't think they can make money online, and they're scared to death to get out there and actually do anything that we tell them to do. And then some people, they would go do things, but then Kyle and I were like, well, what the hell did you do that for? Because it's the telephone game, right? It's things getting lost in translation. So we have both ran businesses with a lot of employees, and we decided a long time ago we don't want employees. And currently, we have 4 people in our organization. Kyle and I run all the advertising stuff. We will do about $20 million in total revenue this year with our company. That's about $5 million in employees. So if you guys know or are relatively aware of anything in business, that's a pretty damn big number. And we do that on purpose because we don't want employees. So we created this opportunity so that we wouldn't have to go hire a bunch of people to scale up our advertising. We create the campaigns. We know how to do the campaigns. We know how to make money with all these offers. We created this opportunity so that we wouldn't have to go hire people, basically. So here's the cliche. People are always talking about, well, we love to give back, right? We like helping people, and that's our thing. And, we just, we're good guys. And anybody that tells you that is, I don't want to call people liars, but we're not martyrs over here, okay? Nobody's a martyr. And if you think for one second that people just want to help you, the world doesn't work like that. Kyle and I like printing money. And if we have 50 Facebook accounts, we can print more money than if we have 5. That's the bottom line. Now, we get to do 2 things. We get to help you and change your life, but we also get to print more money, which is really fun for us. So it's the whole cliche win-win. But don't believe anybody that plays the martyr card. They're just doing it to help you out, because that is not the deal. And so you're always asking people, well, what's your angle? Well, our angle is we like money. That's our angle. Kyle, you have anything to add to that?
No, I enjoy printing money. And a lot of people always say, oh, we're here to help everybody else and change everybody's lives. And that's cool. But deep down, nobody really cares about that. I mean, they do, it's nice, but what they really want is money for themselves. And so John and I, while we like helping people and you guys make a lot of money, what we really like is that we get to make a lot of money. So that's why we do it.
Yeah. I mean, and there's something to be said. There are secondary objectives. Having fun is a secondary objective. Helping people is a secondary objective. I mean, yeah, it's fun when we get on the Facebook group and we see people are printing money. That's fun. it's fun to have a good time and do these webinars with Kyle. But I've been broke with Kyle, and that wasn't very much fun. So anybody that says that, those things are not secondary objectives, it's just not true. So keep that in mind, okay? We're not martyrs, and that's what this program is all about. So let me tell you a little bit about what people in our group are saying. Then you're going to hear from some live people. Then Kyle's going to take you through some campaigns. I'll give you a link, tell you how you can work with us, all that kind of stuff. And then Kyle's going to take you through the rest of our content, okay? So just hang on to that. But listen to some of these comments that we get from our group. This does make it worthwhile, by the way. The silver lining, I just lost my job, and I'm excited. It'll give me more time to concentrate on my business. If I did not have the Facebook traffic jam, I would be in a panic. Pete made $12,000 in December, so I know with some help, I will never have to go to work for anyone else ever again. I look forward to being a part of the mastermind group soon and making the kind of money I truly deserve. Next comment. My business partner bought into this, so I didn't really know anything about it until going to the event in Vegas. And I got to say, I'm blown away. We just started running traffic, and in 3 days, we're already making over 100% ROI. I'm excited to continue to optimize and scale this and really see what we can do. These comments came from our Facebook group. Great training, great group. Love interacting with everyone, sharing ideas, meeting John, Burke, and Kevin Nations. Those were a couple of guys at our last event. Words cannot express my gratitude for you sharing, caring, and teaching us the path forward to a great 2014. Thanks so much. John and Kyle, thanks for your extra effort and personalized expertise by just being yourselves. Smarter than the other gurus. I don't know about that, but sincere and really interested and committed to your flock. You guys are the best. Now, here's the thing. We don't have a flock. We have clients, and those clients most of the time are smarter than us. You're going to hear from some of them tonight. And so Kyle and I feel like we have a special skill set. That doesn't really make us gurus. It just makes us have a special skill set. That's really it. So more comments. I think your mom's is coming up, Kyle.
Perfect.
So,
perfect. Hers is really
yes,
great.
I'm happy to see everyone enjoyed it, got a lot out of the event. I didn't make the trip this time, but I'd love to meet you all in person. I've bought a lot of courses and information products in my time online, but Kyle and John have given way more value than anything else I've seen out there. These are great guys to work with, and I can already tell 2014 is going to be our best year yet. He obviously doesn't know that it is John and Kyle, not Kyle and John, but we'll let that slide. So, all right. So let's see if Pete Janot is on. I think he's on, but I'm not 100% sure. Pete, are you on?
Yeah, dude, I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can indeed. We can
all
indeed.
Right.
So let me introduce Pete to you. Pete is one of our coaches now who helps kind of mentor the new folks that we get into the training. And Pete's been with us for a while, basically since Kyle and I started doing training. Pete took one of our first trainings back in June of last year. That's when we first started doing this. And our program has evolved to this over time. And so I'm going to let Pete tell you about his December and kind of what he found out about this world and that kind of thing. So, Pete, take it away.
Yeah, sounds good. And, John, once again, I'm going to give my standard apology if you hear any screaming, crying, or anything in the background. We had another snow day today, so my kids were trapped, and they're going a little bit stir-crazy.
Hey, John, surprise, surprise, another snow day.
Yeah, right. Yeah, how much snow did you guys get down there, Kyle?
Well, I don't know, I think it was like 70 and sunny all day today.
Yeah, pretty much. So.
Yeah, I heard you guys salt your margaritas, not your roads.
Yeah, exactly.
Salt your margaritas, not your roads. That's a great T-shirt, by the way. Teespring, anyone?
There you go. All right, so basically, yeah, what happened to me in December, and I just double-checked the days again just to see like what I ran and what I didn't run, and I didn't realize it at the time, but after the month I was talking with our rep over at the CPA network and, you know, basically sharing my results with them. And he was like blown away. He said, man, that is unbelievable to be able to do so well in the month of December, because that's the worst possible month to do any kind of advertising. And the reason why is because it's the end of the year. So all the big name companies that have advertising budgets are basically trying to spend it all before the accounting year ends, and then there's Christmas holiday, so you're competing with all the Fortune 500 companies and the big brands for online advertising, and they've got deep pockets, so they're willing to spend a lot more. So typically your ad costs will go up. So what you're paying per click in your fifth grade math equation there is much higher than what it normally would be throughout the rest of the year. So looking back in December, I only ran for 18 days when I actually made money. So out of the 31 days in December, 18 of them were positive revenue. 4 days I actually lost money. And then there were 6 days when I didn't run at all because it was like around the holidays and we didn't have any offers that were running and that sort of thing. So the network was kind of down. So in those 18 days, I was able to clear just over $12,000 profit.
Awesome. And so, and that's just an example of, thanks, Pete, appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hang out just in case we have any questions or anything. And that's just an example of one guy doing this. And Pete, let me ask you, had you made any money online before? Really, any serious money?
Well, sure, I made some money, but serious money, no. Not like this.
Okay, cool. And by the way, Pete's no dummy. Pete actually runs a company, and he has over 80 employees with his company. So with that being said, I mean, Pete's obviously a fairly sharp individual, but a lot of people ask us, well, how much time does this take? And it does take a little time, but Pete's able to manage not only his company, but also these ads. And so, Pete, I don't want to speak for you, but is that pretty much accurate?
Yeah, for sure, dude. Like, once you get stuff set up, and by set up I mean like copying and pasting what you and Kyle give to us, at that point it's just like literally a few minutes a day just to kind of monitor what's going on, maybe moderate some comments and things like that on your fan page. But the time commitment is actually very little when all you're doing is running ads.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, Pete.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Okay, cool. And so now I want to introduce you guys. Are Brian and Stephanie on by chance?
Yep, they are. Let me unmute Stephanie here.
Okay, cool. So Brian and Stephanie, this says yesterday. Obviously, January 15th was not yesterday, but I'm going to use that as an example anyway. I'm going to let Brian and Stephanie tell you about when they started with us. We had a conversation. Brian and Stephanie were one of the reasons Kyle and I had this training program, and Brian and Stephanie got out there and they started and they lost a little money. We were showing them how to do things in our original training. One thing you'll find out about Kyle and I, everybody, is we're just pretty much real. I mean, we're real guys. And so we like to share everything we've been through with people, and we don't try to pretend like we have all the answers, because we don't. A lot of times we'll find them, we'll figure them out, but we don't have them. So Brian and Stephanie ran out there and took action and really kind of fell flat on their face, basically due to no fault of their own. It was one of those situations where things got lost in translation. And I think they lost like $1,400, give or take, with some of the things we were showing them how to do in our coaching program. So they were really kind of the avatar for why we wanted to build this program the way we did, because we said, okay, if we can show people how to make money and then why they make money while they're making money, then we'll also share the information so they're not scared, they're not afraid to lose money, and it can actually sink in, the information can. Then how do we do that? So they were the avatar. So when we rolled out this program, I talked to Stephanie and I said to her, okay, well, we're going to pay for your traffic and tell me basically what your goal would be. And Stephanie said to me, what, Stephanie?
Well, because we had fallen flat, like he mentioned, it was like, dude, if I could just be making $100 a day, that would make a difference, because you have to keep in mind I was just coming off of what I consider to be a pretty big loss. So $100 a day was what I was, because I believed it worked. I could see that it worked. I believed what John and Kyle were saying, but I just knew something wasn't connecting in my brain. Like, I knew it was possible, and that's what was frustrating for me, because I'm like, look, this has got to work.
Yeah. And so on January 15th, you made how much on that particular day in profit?
On that particular day in profit, it was $1,200.
Well,
that
it wasn't
was
1,200 even. You know exactly what it was?
$1,233.20. And
cool.
our split from that was over $600. So.
Okay, awesome. So totally covering that $100 a day.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. So bottom line being, and you've had a few of those $1,500, $1,200, $1,300 days.
We have, and they haven't all been consistent, but for the month of January, it was $13,617.64.
Okay, awesome. And that's one thing I want to tell you all too. So thank you guys for sharing that. So one thing that I want to tell you all is that this program, and it's awesome, and we're awesome, and they're awesome, and everybody's awesome, and we'll have a love in here on the webinar before Kyle gets to his content. But this thing is not without its challenges. And so January was a challenging, grind-it out kind of month for a variety of different reasons. So if you're looking for utopia, this really isn't it, but it's the next best thing. I mean, when you can make $13,000 a month, $12,000 a month, these kind of numbers, and you have no investment, we're basically doing a lot of this stuff for you. I think it's a pretty good deal. So if you want to work with us, here is how you do it. Kyle is going to punch in the link to work with us. You're going to go to a form, fill it out. It's a questionnaire. Answer the questions honestly. Tell us why you'd be a good fit. And you'll set up a time once you fill out that form to talk with our man Anthony, who's kind of our gatekeeper. And so he is the guy that keeps out the knuckleheads. So, and I think he is here. So, Anthony, are you on the phone?
Hang on, let me unmute him. You're like yelling at me to type in the chat box, and you're yelling at me to unmute Anthony. So there's Anthony. Anthony's on. I'm getting busted.
Yeah. Anthony?
Good evening.
Hey, what's up, man? So tell a hi to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Hello, world. Hello, Mom.
Yeah, hey, Mom. Anthony does not work in a boiler room. He's our client services director. He's actually the guy you're going to talk to if you decide that you want to work with us. Anthony, tell us a little bit about how this conversation goes. It's not a boiler room, high-pitched situation. It's more of a conversation, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really just a conversation to see where you are now, where it is that you want to get to, see if we'll be a good fit for you and whether you'll be a good fit for us.
Absolutely. And do we take everybody into the program, Anthony?
No, not everyone. We actually have a no knucklehead-free zone here.
Yes, yes. Most knuckleheads do not get by Anthony, but if you are a knucklehead and you get by him, we will find you. We will sift you out. So we love to keep our group positive and everybody in a good way and everybody making some money and working together to overcome obstacles and things like that. So, Anthony, we appreciate you, and thanks for being on the call. And you guys, if you decide you want to work with us, you go to that link, you fill it out. You're going to set up a time. You'll talk with Anthony. You guys will have a conversation. So,
positive.
So please do that, by the way. Thank you, Mr. Young.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so cool. So the link is up there. You guys know what we have to offer. Now Kyle's going to get into showing you some real live Facebook stuff. So he's going to take you through setting up a Facebook campaign, and then that ninja trick that I was telling you all about that you can use. You can start using this tonight if you're running Facebook ads currently. And so, Kyle, you want to take it away? You have anything to add on the offer or anything?
No, there was just some confusion. So, and we can answer more questions later, but yeah, we give you guys everything to run the ads, and we go back to we're actually paying for the traffic. So don't kid yourself. We're not interested in paying for your traffic if you're going to be running losing ads. So if you're going to be running and using our money, we give you the ads, the targeting, the images, the copy, the links. You get your affiliate accounts. We get you all that because we know it works. And so there's no mystery in whether or not something will work or not, especially when it's all our dollar. If you want to go out and spend your own money on advertising, you can go out and test and change and do whatever you want. But if you're, as long as you're running ads with our money, you got to be doing what we tell you because we know that makes money. So that being said, let me switch the monitor to me. Let's see here. Show my screen. See if this works. Let me know if you can see my screen out there. You got it?
Let's see here. It appears so.
They're saying I typed the link in wrong. So, John, why don't you type the link in the chat box? I apologize if I typed the link.
I don't know how to do that, my man.
Hit chat.
I'm not the link tappy guy.
Okay.
You.
All right. Well, I'll enter that link in. I can enter that link in again here in a minute. But let me show you guys how to make some ads. So, so here's our ads. These are all the students in our course right now. But I'm going to take one account right here that we kind of use to run some test stuff out of. And I'll show you how we create some ads. But first what we'll do here is, so let me take this day. So 2/4, 571, 41, 47. That's what we spent on Facebook. And 2/4, is this Pacific time?
Yeah, hey man, I don't want to stop you, but it does not let me because I can't do it, but I do want you to put that in before you get started. There's Pete. He's the man. Thanks, Pete.
Oh, wait, but Pete, you only posted that to us.
Yeah, see, that's the problem because you have to do it since you're the guy.
Okay, hang on.
But I want to go ahead and get people. Access to that so they can see it just in case they have to bounce.
Okay, hang on. Oops. Let's see here. Pete, I'm just going to make you organizer here, and then you can type it in. It's not letting me copy it. Okay, there you go, Pete. Pete should be able to type it in now, so I can get back to preaching while Pete's typing. There you go. See, look at that. Making dreams come true out there. Thanks, Pete. Now, Pete, don't go crazy on here now that you got organizer power. Don't need you taking the screen over. So here's a Skin account, or this is actually an account we run some tests out of. And we actually didn't run tests today on Skin because we're testing some Garcinia offers out of another account. But so if we take a look at the Skin offer from the 4th, if we go to our Above All Offers account on the 4th right here, let's just hit refresh so we know. Okay, so we made close to $900. So even during our testing, we spent $571 and made $900. So whatever that is, $330 ish. On a test day. So not too bad. And those are real numbers I just pulled out of this Skin testing campaign. So you guys could see that. But I'm going to show you now one of the biggest tricks, and I'll kind of point it out right now. So you see all these campaigns are at $10, even though they're all the same. They're the same ads. So every time you see yellow, 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 those are the exact same ads, just one campaign that has one ad in it. And we just duplicate that. See, just one ad. We just duplicate that process, and we keep our budgets at $10. And the reason we started doing this is because and everybody tried that like strategy, I'm sure. It was going around the internet for a little while, where you could have some pretty low cost per clicks on likes, like a penny or less. And then in December, it got super crazy in the CPC world. which is cost per click. And because everybody's out there advertising for Black Friday, you've got all these marketing agencies that are trying to blow their advertising budget for the end of the year because they know that they lose that money if they don't spend it for next year. So everybody's blown. So costs are going through the roof. And we were trying to figure out how we can still make money in December while all these things are going through the roof. So one of the things we figured out is that if you make a small budget, and we would normally go lower than $10, we just have a pretty high budget on this account. But for a lower budget, we would do like $5, and we would just duplicate it. The same ad, same image, same ad copy. Don't change anything. Just a bunch of different ads at $5, and that somehow through Facebook kept our costs low. So we were paying like 26 cents a click, 44, 47, 27, 40, and these same clicks were cost. Well, they were probably around $1.10, $1.07 back in December. So this really helped keep our costs down. And nobody really does this. And I know sometimes it's a pain in the butt because you got to have 56 different campaigns just to spend $500. But I could tell you it's certainly worth it, because if you're paying double this, and you saw we made close to $400 or $330, if we have one campaign that's spending $500, we're probably not going to make any profit, and we're probably going to lose some. So that's a quick little trick that nobody out there is really doing, and we only bid cost per click, and we don't send people to fan pages. We don't sell T-shirts. We don't promote our fan page to get a bunch of likes, because what can you do with likes, John?
That would be a big fat nothing, Kyle. You can't buy groceries with them. You can't spend them. You can't buy furniture. Nothing like that.
No, as awesome as it is to have likes, and Facebook's algorithm just changed again. So now they're down to, I think, 4% of the people who like your fan page actually see your post for free. So I'm not sure why people are building the fan page anymore, but that's your business, I suppose. But anyway, the grocery store, if you try and go down and buy, hot dogs and some of those Hawaiian sweet rolls things that everybody loves so much, you try and buy those with some likes, and they're just going to laugh you out the front door. So John and I's strategy is to make money. And so everything we do is designed to make money. It's not to make money today, not get likes and try and build a community and sell them stuff later. We want to make money today. And so this $10 campaign and this one, or $5 for most of you guys probably, is one of the ways that we do that. So I'm actually going to walk you through setting up one of these ads like we do it, so you guys can kind of copy how we do this. And then I'll show you a quick little trick on duplicating these ads. So it's a lot less work than you actually think it is, but I'll show you that real quick. So let me jump in here. You'll click the big green button at the right hand of your screen. You're going to click check clicks to website. I'm going to use my friends at ESPN to just come up with a link right here, because I'm not going to send them through any type of pre-sale page or something. And so what happens, you guys have all probably created ads. It'll self-populate an image based on whatever image that page pulls. It just pulls the metadata from the page. You can upload different images. You can browse your library and select different images if you want, if you have a really good image, and that will replace this. One of the first things we're going to do is click remove the right-hand column. So now that ad is gone. We are going to advertise in the newsfeed. That's primarily where we do our advertising. You get the highest click-through rates, generally the cheapest clicks, for the most part, and that does change every now and then, and it'll cycle to the right-hand side. But currently, your cheapest clicks and best results are going to happen in the newsfeed. And to be able to do that, you do have to have a fan page. And remember when I told you guys we don't do anything with our fan page? Well, here's what we do. We create a fan page. We go to Google and we type in so this one's, healthier, happier you. So we would type in how to be happy and healthy. And we would take 2 news articles, the first 2 news articles that Google pulls up, and I'll post those on my fan page. Then I'll grab 2 images of smiling people that are happy, and I'll post those 2 images on my fan page. And that's it. That's a ball game. That I never go back. I never interact with anybody on it. I never touch it again. I don't add another image. I don't do any of that stuff. I simply need a fan page to be able to create newsfeed ads. So that is the only reason I have a fan page. So you do need a fan page to create a newsfeed only ad. So that's what we're doing. This headline is this blue section that appears right underneath your image. So you want some, crazy caption like, what are they doing? Or something like that, something kind of catchy. Who knows if that's catchy? I'm not a copywriter. Then the next thing we're going to do is throw in the text, and this is what actually appears above the image. So you're going to want to have some catchy thing, normally a question or something that kind of interrupts their pattern, so they have to kind of think about what's going on. Or something. And then the next thing we're going to fill out, and sometimes this is hidden depending on what you've clicked so far. And if it's hidden, you just click the down arrow, it pops up, and this is going to be text that appears below your ad. So you'll put in some really cool descriptive text and then some great call to action, like click, if I could spell click right, click here now. And then we are going to leave the rest of that stuff. If you've got tracking pixel, you can do that. We are going to do some targeting. So if we're doing ESPN, we'll do men 25 and older who like ESPN, who like the NFL Network, who like ESPN2, who like Monday Night Football, all sorts of crazy things that these guys would be into. And then what we're going to do is we are going to have it create a new ad, so, or a new campaign. So we would, do ESPN1. Oops, let's go. ESPN1, and I'm going to leave the campaign budget at $5. We're going to bid for clicks. We're not doing CPM, and then we're going to manually set our budget, and we're going to base our ad spend. If it's saying 14 to 28 cents, I'm probably going to throw out something like, how about, I don't know, 73 cents, because I want to get my ad shown quickly. Now, if I was just doing it to a basic ESPN ad, I probably wouldn't bid that high, but I'm going to have an awesome headline. I'm going to have awesome image. And so people are going to click. And because they're going to click, my click-through rate's going to go super high. My clicks are going to go super cheap. But the 73 cents just gets my ad out there quick so I can start to establish my click-through rate, which drops my prices. I'm going to click place order, and then I'll wait. And I will wait until Facebook says my ad's approved. So what I would do is I would just come back here and I would check back every 5-10 minutes, waiting for my ad to get approved. Because here's the trick. If you create a similar ad to an ad that is not approved yet, they will still have to go through and approve all your future ads, even if you're duplicating the ad. However, if you create a similar ad from an ad that's already been approved, they won't spend any time reviewing it. They'll just, if you don't change anything in there, like the link, the image, the ad copy, you can change the targeting and stuff. But if you change anything else, any of those, the three major ones, the link, the image, or the ad copy, they will review it again. So my suggestion is wait till the ad gets approved. And as soon as it gets approved, go in and start duplicating. Now, do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to take this ad right now, and we are going to pretend, guys, can we all pretend that this ad has already been approved? So if there was a little green play button right there, that's when you would want to do this. So you go to create similar ad right down here. And this is the quick way to duplicate these campaigns. So all this will be exactly how you just left it. We're going to scroll to the bottom. The only thing we're going to change is we're going to say we want to do a new campaign, and we're going to name this ESPN2. $5 bid for clicks. Everything else stays the same. And then I'm going to hit place order. And when this places the order on a already created ad that's been approved, it will just approve that right away. So the second time you get back in here, when you're doing these duplication process, you're just going to hit create similar ad, and it's just going to keep you in this page. So you're going to do new campaign again, hit 3, scroll down, go to place order. Boom, create similar ad. So you guys get the picture here, and then you're just going to do that till you get to whatever amount of money you want to spend for the day in $5 increments, and then you're off to the races. But again, the key is waiting to do it until that first ad has been approved. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait for all these to get approved. If you were doing it off an already approved ad, these ads that I just created would probably already be approved. But because that first ad wasn't approved, we're still waiting. So, and I'm actually going to delete those ads because I don't actually want to start advertising to ESPN. Sorry, ESPN. Maybe next time. I don't make any money off of you. So I'm going to save that. deletions. And that's a quick and dirty, a couple quick tricks that we use to get some pretty cheap clicks on Facebook, running some ads and then duplicating that process pretty quickly and easily. So, John, did you have any questions or anything else you wanted to add to that?
No, man, I think you got it.
Awesome. So guys, if you guys have any questions, type them into the chat box and we'll go ahead and answer anything you guys got out there and help kind of clear things up for you. Is there going to be a replay? Yes, it's being recorded. So hopefully no guarantees with GoToWebinar. It could blow up when we try and export, but currently we are going to be having a replay, yes. Charlie asks, hey guys, I came late. Does your training work for services and professionals or just products? Well, Charlie, our training works no matter what kind of product you run. However, because our training, we pay for your ad traffic, at least to begin with. We show you and we hand you our campaigns and then we pay for your traffic. While you're doing that, you will also learn the skills required to go out and run your own products or your own services. So you will gain the skills and whatever else you need to gain from going through our course, but we're not going to pay for your traffic for offers that you're running on your own. Now, if they're making a lot of money and you have huge ROI, then you can come talk to us and we'll talk about doing something with you if you need to cash flow that. But we're not going to pay if we don't really know the offer and we have no proof of numbers and stuff. Hope that makes sense, Charlie.
Yeah, the long answer to that, Charlie, is to speak with Anthony about your specific situation. We run a lot of products and services funnel, and in fact, I think for one consulting offer, we spent $3,787 on Facebook and made right around $2,000 in revenue. So with that being said, fifth grade math works for anything.
Yeah. All right, guys. Anybody else have any other questions? I guess we did an amazing job, John.
Awesome, as always.
No question undone. No, seriously, guys, if you got a question about anything, throw it in there. I know fantasy football's over, so we can't entertain any start-sit questions or lineup questions. Maybe keeper questions if you've got any of those for next year's fantasy football, or anything to our course or Facebook related. Go ahead and throw those in there now, or we'll be signing off.
Hey guys, it's Greg. Thanks for giving all the good content. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, cool. No problem.
This is really good.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah,
No
thanks,
problem.
man. We appreciate being on.
Yeah, no problem, and we'll hopefully GoToWebinar doesn't explode, and we can get a replay out to everybody, which I'm sure they'll want, because this was really good. I enjoyed it. I know sometimes I can't go through an hour plus training, but I was here for every minute, so that was really good. So thanks for doing that.
We hooked you in, Greg.
Yeah. Good deal. All right, guys. Well, if anyone doesn't have any other questions, we're going to let these guys go, and we'll get a replay out. So I appreciate it. And we can also send out the links that anyone needs as well. So, John, Kyle, I appreciate it, and I'm sure we'll be chatting soon.
Cool.
All right,
Greg.
guys.
Hey,
Thanks, Greg.
I will tell you guys, we have a couple people asking about the cost. We don't really talk about that on here because not everybody comes into our course. So if it's a good fit, when you guys talk to Anthony, then he'll go over all that stuff for you. If not, he'll just chat with you and then move on. But yeah, just fill out the form, talk to Anthony, and then you guys can cover all that stuff.
Good deal. All right, cool. All right, guys, you have a good evening, and I'll be seeing you around, I'm sure.
All right, Greg.
You too.
Thanks, man. Take care. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys, for being on here.
We'll see you.
All right, bye.